There's no situation a bad cop can't make worse. These clueless officers were caught breaking the law and were owned on the spot. Let's start with this ignorant officer who had no idea how to handle an informed citizen.
Oh, that scares me. That's real scary. So you're not gonna tell me what you're doing out here? You said 2 stolen cars in the last half hour. And you're just out in the middle of the night.
What's it got to do with me?
Just asking what you're doing out here in the middle of the night. I'm asking why you're out here.
I don't answer questions.
You don't answer questions?
No.
No?
We're going to invoke my Fifth Amendment right now. And I'm telling you, I'm not going to answer any of your questions. I'm not going to help with your investigation, whatever you got going on. 0. So.
You're a real nice, real tough guy.
I'm not trying to be tough, man. I'm just invoking my rights. I have rights. I don't have to be questioned. I'm not going to sit here and be questioned, man.
160.
Like, for what? For what?
Why do you gotta be a jerk?
I'm not being a jerk. I'm just sitting there with my bike. I was about to take my dog for a walk.
You were down there when I saw you.
Okay.
So you were there. Also, I saw you take off like hell. That's why I flew down here.
I'm just riding my bike around, man.
Just being a tough guy. You don't have to answer anything. You can't answer any questions. What's going on, man?
There's nothing going on, man. I'm just this.
Another officer showed up and started interrogating the man who was simply walking his dog. Instead of handling the situation, the officer escalated it.
What the man? Like, I was about to take my dog for a walk on my bike, okay? And you showed up and started tough guy to me.
You are.
For what? For what? For what, man?
I just told you we had 2 stolen cars the last half hour.
I live in this neighborhood. I live in this neighborhood. I pay taxes in this neighborhood.
You said I ain't answered nothing. You started.
Yeah, because I don't have to, man. I don't have to. I don't have to answer any of your questions. Nothing. Dude, really?
I just asked you a question and you're being a jerk.
Obviously I live here, okay? I'm just riding my bike out in front of my house and you pull up and you're like, what are you doing, man?
I didn't say that, okay? I did not say
Basically, yeah, you did. Go in the house. I didn't do shit, so go find some real criminals, man. I'm riding my bike in front of my house.
Shut your mouth, all right?
When the man chose to remain silent and refused to answer the questions, the officer unlawfully escalated the situation and detained the man instead of respecting his right to remain silent.
Well, I'm not going to give you my name, okay? I'm not going to give you any information. If you're conducting an investigation,
that's fine.
I have no obligation to help you with that investigation.
That's fine, you're right.
And if you got the guy with some stripes on his shoulders, can you get him down here?
When you're suspected of committing a violation or a crime, okay, and you don't provide name, you are arrested for obstruction. So
No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works.
It is how it works.
It's really not.
Okay. All right. Do you think I'm playing games with you? All I want
You want to slap me in handcuffs and damn it? All right. I haven't done anything wrong. I haven't, man. I'm riding my bike. I'm riding my bike. I'm riding my bike.
I'm sick here.
No.
Can you just be?
Can you tell me his last name so we can be done?
No, just don't do it. Don't do it.
This unlawful arrest highlights the lack of professionalism in the officer. The whole thing might have been avoided with a more controlled approach. Well, if you think this cop was corrupt, wait until you see the actions of this next officer, as he was owned quite badly.
You're a coward, dude. You shouldn't be a police officer if you're scared of people walking up on you.
In December of 2021, Highland Police were conducting a traffic stop when an auditor who goes by the YouTube channel Always Film the Police went over to record them. That is when things started to get a little steamy.
Hey, I don't need your directives. I'm not committing a crime. Stay away from me.
No.
Don't walk towards me. Stay away from me. No. You don't get to pick where I stand in public, buddy. Get away from me.
I'm going to search you for weapons. I don't know.
Oh, get away from me, you coward. You coward. You ain't going to search me for nothing, buddy. You don't tell me where to go, Streeback. Get away from me. Go over there with your buddy. You see how he's smart enough not to say nothing to me? You see how he's smart enough not to say nothing to me?
The officer clearly didn't expect to face someone who knew the law better than he did, and things were about to take a turn for the worse.
But you're dumb enough too, right?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. You don't have to ask me nothing. Back up, man.
No, I'm going to stand right here.
Good. Stand right there. I mean no ill will or intent towards you. Go do your job.
Okay, I just asked you to step away.
I don't care what you asked. I don't. It's not a law, buddy. Is that a law? You're a law enforcement, aren't you? Thank you.
I don't know what you are doing or planning to do or not.
I'm standing here with the camera in my hand, genius.
Well, I can stand here just as you can stand there then.
Yeah, well, I didn't say you couldn't stand there. I didn't try to tell you to go somewhere like you did me. Yeah, I got freedom of speech too, by the way, buddy. Yeah, I know you know, and it's you look at your disdain towards me because you can't stand it.
No, it's because
Yeah.
it's proper, that's all.
Proper would have been leave me alone when I walk up to you. That's would have been proper.
While most officers ignored the camera, one decided to intervene and let his ego take over. What followed was a complete grilling, and the auditor was just getting started.
Always trying to tell people what lawfully they can and can't do.
I said you could tape, just scoot it down.
I don't need your permission, though. That's where you're wrong. Giving me permission to tape, I don't need it from you. The Constitution of this great place gives it to me.
So, wait, here's another law in Indiana. I'm not yelling at you. I'm asking you to quiet down. Stop screaming and yelling.
Bud, I can protest anywhere I want and be as loud as I want.
You're right, you can protest.
Exactly, exactly. So let's be quiet now, sir.
Okay, stop screaming and yelling.
Number 63.
Stop
This is my normal voice, buddy. This is my normal voice. This is Officer Strebeck, number 63. He's from Griffith.
Do not walk up
He's a
on
moron.
Do
Then
not
we got
walk up
number
on
9.
Giving you a legal lawful directive. Do not walk up on the law.
We got number 63. This is his car. He's a canine douche. Got number 8.
The auditor refused to back down, confronting the officer and demanding his details. He deserves immense respect for standing his ground and not yielding to this display of tyranny.
What's your name and badge number?
Okay, if they can just get somebody with a license.
I already know who you are. You don't need to identify
Walking,
yourself.
Just don't
I
walk
don't-
up on us. I'm not telling you again. Don't walk up on us.
Notice how this guy's not saying nothing to me?
Because he's on the radio.
He's
man.
not saying nothing to me, bro. But you keep on talking. I know you're not. I would never be a pig.
Okay, that's fine.
Never in my life.
You're very disrespectful for no good reason.
So are you by telling me what to do as soon as I walked up. You should have shut your mouth. You should have shut your mouth and you wouldn't have had this.
All right, man. Just keep walking.
I'm going to stand right here, buddy.
You don't walk up on us. I don't know about you. Don't.
You're a coward, dude. You shouldn't be a police officer if you're scared of people walking up on you. Coward. You're going to be all over the internet in about an hour, buddy. What a coward, man.
The officer surely seemed to learn his lesson, as he didn't dare to speak until the traffic stop came to an end.
Money pays for? Don't walk up on me. Don't walk up on me. I'm gonna find all out about you, buddy. I'm gonna request your whole history.
The bully cop was owned quite badly and would surely remember this interaction for a long time. If you wonder if this cop was corrupt, this next guy took things up a notch.
I want to know who I'm dealing with. You could be an axe murderer. Okay?
In June 2021, this guy was playing a GPS-based game and stopped outside a residence in a public neighborhood when an officer approached and decided to interrogate him.
We've had thefts in this community. Okay? You can do that if you want to.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We've had thefts in the community. Okay? And you don't live here.
Do you have a
I do
reasonable
not-
suspicion?
The reasonable suspicion is that the possibility that you could be a thief in this area.
I have
explain to you what I'm doing.
I want to know who I'm dealing with. You could be an actor. Okay?
So could you?
Would you? Yeah. No, not in my uniform.
Yes,
I'm
you
at
could.
work.
No. There have been plenty of cases where officers have broken the law.
Okay.
Let's not pretend. Nobody is perfect.
I'm not breaking the law. I'm asking you for your so you can show me your identity, and I can walk away from here and give you your identification right back to you, and we'll be done.
The guy, who was not a seasoned auditor, was trying his best to hold his ground against the corrupt officer who was adamant about getting his ID.
Are you issuing me a
Not right
civil
this second.
citation?
No, not this second.
Am I being detained, or am I free
You're
to
not
go?
being detained. You can leave if you want to, yes.
Okay, thank you. But if I'm free to go, I'm free to stay.
No, you're not free to stay.
Yes, I am.
Because you're
is this a
suspicious.
public street?
You're suspicious in this area.
Okay,
I
and
don't
you
know
have-
if you're getting ready to
you
go
have-
in this lady's house and steal anything.
you have
or this
approached
lady's
me.
house or anything.
You
okay?
have approached me.
You want to leave?
You have
You
approached
got one or two
me.
options. You can leave.
You have approached me, and I have explained what I am doing. I am playing a game on my phone. So
That's
you think
just
I'm a
your
liar?
excuse.
The intimidation from the corrupt cop was intense. Even though no law had been broken, the officer continued to threaten him.
You're saying I deal with 90% of the worst people. 90% of the time, 10% worse people. Okay.
Yes, yeah, I understand. Your sense of trust is gone completely.
No, it's not there.
But I'm asking you to obey the law. I'm asking you to obey the law.
I am obeying the law.
No, you are not. You do
No.
not have a reasonable,
You don't have-
articulable
Yes, I do.
suspicion.
Yes, I do.
What is your
You are in-
reasonable, articulable suspicion
you
that I am
are in-
about to
you
commit,
are in an-
have committed, or will commit a crime?
You are in an area.
What
that
is
you
your
do not
reasonable,
inhabit,
articulable suspicion
okay?
that I have committed, will
gonna give
commit,
me the
or about
ID
to
or
commit a
not?
crime?
Are you
No,
gonna give
sir,
me the
I'm
ID?
not.
Stay there.
It is truly shocking how officers like him violate law and try to bully citizens without any reason. Things were about to get even worse. He returned for a few more questions.
Now you're in violation of traffic law. On top of being in a neighborhood where you don't live. You live on Ridge Street, right?
Which traffic law am I in violation of, sir?
You're violation of registration right now.
How so?
Because this is on a white minivan and the tag comes back to a green car.
Well, I can't. That's what we were issued. But if I'm in violation, please issue me a
Let me
citation.
see your registration, proof of insurance, and ID.
Can I get in my thing?
Yep, go ahead.
The guy did end up showing his ID, even though he had no reason to do so. However, he had a few more questions for the corrupt officer, questions to which the officer had no answer.
What does my ID have to do with making sure the area is safe?
Okay.
Is the area any more safer now that you've identified me?
Yes, and I'm going to tell you how.
Okay.
The explanation that I'm fixing to give you is the reason why I do what I do. Okay, this area, now that I have your ID, the area, if something does happen, something could happen, there's a possibility of a already known suspect now that was in the area prior to anything happening. So if something happens tonight or the next day or something like that, who's the strange people in the area? That would be you, okay? We will come and talk to you. We will commit an
Well, that's
do an
fine.
investigation.
Why don't you come and talk to me when you have suspicion of an actual crime?
Sir,
Sitting
if-
on the
if
side of
I
the
can-
road is not suspicion of a crime.
The officer should have let him go after verifying his identity and realizing that he wasn't a fugitive, but the ego-driven officer chose to escalate the situation, making things even more difficult.
What crime is sitting on a
Do you
public
know
road?
anybody in this subdivision?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Okay. Why aren't you sitting in front of their house?
Because I already sat in front of their house. I explained to you this is a GPS game. You understand GPS, I
I
know.
understand GPS and I understand people doing all these games, but if you want to be hard with me as far as
I'm
me
not
just
trying to
asking
be
you for your
hard.
ID
I'm
to
trying.
figure
I
out
want you
who
to obey
are.
the law.
I am doing the law.
No,
That
you are.
is within
You
everything
as
that I
a
do
corporal.
is my duty.
Bull. As a
What?
corporal, you.
I'm glad you know my job better than I do.
I don't know your job better than you
can
do,
go on,
but
you
I
can go
do
on your
know
way.
the
Okay.
statute for identifying.
Ultimately, the officer forced him to leave the area, which was once again a clear violation of his constitutional rights, straight up illegal.
The statute for identifying yourself is anybody over the age of 18 has to have a document in their possession of who they are at all times.
But I don't have to give it to you.
When you are asked and requested
Bull.
by a officer,
You,
do have to give it to
unless you are issuing me a civil
No,
or
I
a
don't
criminal
have to issue you
citation.
anything.
then this is Nazi Germany.
I can ask for your identification at any given time.
Sure, you can ask for it, but I'm not legally required to give it to you.
I'm happy you feel that way. Have a good afternoon, sir.
Thank you. You
Please
too.
move on.
If I'm free to go, I'm free to stay.
I'm going to ask you to leave this
Are you
area,
asking?
please.
Are you asking me or ordering me?
I'm asking you to leave the
Are you
area.
asking me or ordering me?
I'm asking you to leave the
If
area.
you are ordering me, I will leave. If you are asking me, I would stay. I'd like to stay.
Order you? I'm ordering you to leave the area.
Thank you very much. I will certainly leave. Please wipe y'all's fingerprints off the back of my car.
It is disheartening to see how individuals aren't free to move about their own country. After this incident, he went to file a complaint with the sheriff's office, but they eventually cleared the officer of any wrongdoing, exposing what a joke the department truly is. The cops think they're untouchable, but this next case will show you just how wrong they are.
I don't know. That's called private property. You can't.
That's private property. Come here. What it says over here?
The outside, if you like.
What does it say?
In February of 2024, Siberian Tiger, a First Amendment auditor who was out on the street when he saw two police cars parked outside. As he began recording, a cop came out.
Who are you?
Huh?
Who are you?
I don't know. What are you doing?
You don't know who?
Are you taking close-up pictures of the inside of the car? You can't do that. Okay.
Says who?
It says me.
Who are you?
I don't know.
Well then,
Okay, you
get
can't
lost.
You cannot be taking pictures of the inside of these cars.
Watch me.
You cannot be taking pictures of the inside of the cars.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
You come over here all big tough guy?
Hey, you can't be taking pictures inside the
Says
car.
who?
It says me. It's a police car, okay?
And you, who are you?
I'm a sergeant, okay? I'm a supervisor,
Yeah?
okay? Yeah.
And?
And you can't be here
And
doing
you can
that.
get lost.
It doesn't work that way, my friend.
How does that work?
Hey,
Together with the sergeant, the officer showed an unexpected ignorance of the law. As the interaction progressed, the officer started acting more aggressively.
You're gonna get in my face like this?
Go find something else.
You think
to
you're
do.
gonna intimidate me?
Who's intimidating you, man?
Then what's the problem?
I don't know. I'm wondering what the problem is with you.
You came over here all tough guy.
I'm wondering what the problem is with you. Because
There was no problem. What am I doing?
You can't be taking pictures of the inside.
Says
of the car.
who?
Says me.
What law?
I don't know.
Exactly. So get lost, tough guy.
That doesn't work that way.
Well, how's it gonna work? Why don't you call your bobbies over here? Why don't you call your lieutenant,
No.
other sergeants?
You show me out in front of the precinct with
Yeah?
taking some pictures of inside of the police car.
Dumb guy.
I'll take it.
What a dumb guy. Taking pictures of the
Yeah.
inside of the vehicles that are public property. I'm on a public sidewalk taking pictures of everything that is open, visible from my eyes, okay? Which is First Amendment protected activity, and the tough guy shows up here and tells me I can't take pictures.
The auditor was well versed in his rights as he was only taking pictures of cars that belonged to the government. The sergeant, however, ignored this and called for backup.
Taking pictures of the inside of the car is
Oh,
is that,
you too? You want to get on my case too about taking pictures?
I'll be out at
Watson?
Dude.
And you?
Dude.
Words? Edwards?
Yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
something
Okay.
like that.
Okay. What are you doing taking pictures of the
What am I doing taking pictures? What's the problem
Can't
taking
take
pictures?
of the inside of the vehicles and the computer.
What law is that? What am I breaking?
I don't know. That's called private property.
That's
can't,
private property? Come here.
You can't.
Come here, Sergeant.
You can't take a picture.
Come
of the
here,
inside of the
Sergeant.
vehicle.
Come here.
I don't need to come here. I'm good.
What it says over here?
Picture of the outside if you like.
What does it say?
I don't know.
What does it say?
You tell me.
You don't know how to read? Any of you guys know how to read?
What's your goal, sir? What do you need today?
I was minding my own business. This guy comes over here, gets in my face, and gives me unlawful directives.
Sadly, the sergeant's attempt backfired quickly, humiliating him in front of everyone.
Can you understand why we may be...
I don't need to understand anything.
Well, I'm going to explain why he was concerned.
Why?
So we could be concerned that somebody is targeting our police vehicles or is looking inside there to see confidential information on the screen or in other things.
Okay.
So this is a reasonable...
Whose
to ask-
responsibility
it is
to protect
reasonable-
confidential
it is-
information?
It is reasonable.
Whose responsibility?
It's reasonable
Great.
to ask.
Is it your responsibility to protect confidential information?
Sir.
Exactly. Exactly. So next time when a law-abiding citizen inspects his own property,
It's your property.
and you're my servant, that's my property.
your property.
Everything that's on you, my property, except your personal effects. This building, my property. This vehicle, my property. You all, you, every one of you work for me. I tell you what to do. I tell you how to do it. I pay your wages.
Leaving their computer screens on inside the car was a grave mistake made by the officers. The auditor used this opportunity to teach the officers a lesson.
So when you get on my case, being a law-abiding citizen, quiet. I'm not talking to you.
Okay.
Quiet. When I'm a law-abiding citizen and you get in my face and you start threatening me and you call your buddies out here, assuming that I'm a criminal because you intend to do something against me, guess what?
What are you gonna do?
You're going to get a piece of my action.
What are you gonna do?
My freedom of speech.
All of us have a lot of things we need to
Get
do.
back to your job. I didn't call you.
Everywhere.
I didn't call you.
We're here until
Who called you?
You are not here. So
Who
what's
called
going
you?
on? What do you want?
Who called you?
Your
Who called you?
situation, your scene, your level of engagement
Yeah?
is going to make the police be here. And I do think that's your goal. I
No.
literally think what you are doing is trying to create a scene to get police attention. to
Ask her.
record it on
Ask her.
camera,
I was walking
to
down. I
record it
was
on
walking
camera,
on a sidewalk.
and have this
I was
interaction
walking
be
on a
useful to
sidewalk
you
very
online,
quietly.
on a YouTube channel.
Whatever you think.
So whatever your
I
goals
don't care
are.
what you think.
Immediately, the police realized that this person knew more about the law than they had thought, and they finally gave up and went inside.
Here's how you can end this.
So I think that's important.
This is how you can end this.
What do you need?
Go back to your job and mind your own damn business.
You need to not point your camera inside of police vehicles and record information off of our computers.
According to whom?
Don't do it.
According to whom?
That's it.
According to whom?
Sir.
What law is that?
Okay.
What law is that? Give me an ORS code that tells me that I am not lawfully allowed to look at anything that my eyes can see on a public sidewalk.
Okay.
What law is that?
We are going to leave, and we understand that you are not going to point inside of cameras.
Unless
and
I'm
record
breaking
things
the
off
law,
computers.
you can take your orders
You stay
and
on
go to
public
hell
property.
with them.
You stay out of a roadway. You understand? You stay out of the roadway.
I'm protesting at this point, so I will stand wherever the hell I want.
Have a good day, sir.
Next, we have a clueless officer who brazenly assaulted an innocent man without any justification.
And he gives it to the other guy. The other guy's like, all right, I'm out, peace.
Get off the bike. Hands behind your back.
What?
Hands behind your back.
Okay. What did I do? Ow.
Kyle lay there, stunned, after being knocked off his bike for no apparent reason. When he questioned the officer, the baffling reason left him and everyone else shocked.
What?
So, when you came by and your license plate is hidden like that?
It's not even my bike. It's my dad's.
Sorry?
It's not even my bike, it's my dad's.
It's your dad's. Okay. Is it gonna fuck up if I try to lift it like this?
Huh?
Am I gonna fuck it up if I lift it like this?
I mean, you probably already fucked it up from slamming into the ground.
I didn't slam it on the ground.
I don't know, man.
Alright. You have a driver's license on you?
Yeah. Just leave it.
I'll get him to lift it up with the kickstand on.
The poor motorist had also been handcuffed, and it was beyond clueless as to why the cop would resort to force before calmly talking to him.
Do you have any ID on you?
Yeah, I just said.
Yeah.
It's in my pocket here. This jacket pocket, yeah. Alright. Got insurance in there too.
Slide one knee up. Okay. So the reason normally we would.
Yeah.
When guys hide the fucking license plate,
Yeah.
they don't pull over, they take off.
Well, if guys are gonna take off, they won't have a license plate, to be fair.
The idiot officer was now trying to cover up his blunder. Keep watching till the end to see how it turned out for him.
I've had guys where they'll put magnets and then just
Yeah.
flip it down.
But I mean, if you're gonna run from the cops, you wouldn't want a license plate anyways, right?
No, I wouldn't think so, but they
Yeah.
do it, and they put stolen plates on there and
Yeah.
whatever else.
Fair enough.
So that's why I had to do that. It's just so you wouldn't fly.
All right.
But anyways, all right. I'm just gonna run your plate as long as everything's okay. You're good to go.
No, it's like that. This all fucking bent and shit now.
9 November 9 X-ray 7.
Yeah, like you see how it's all bent now? It's like bent like this. I don't know.
I don't drive a bike. I don't have to pay my license.
The motorist was still grappling with the gravity of the situation. It wasn't a routine traffic stop, it was a direct assault by the officer. It is shocking how some in uniform behave like they are above the law.
You usually gotta do this a couple times for it to turn on.
Okay.
I don't know.
I really hope.
I don't know. I'm gonna give it a little bit.
Yeah, everything's 10 forward his license. We're good.
You didn't have to like throw me off the bike.
I wasn't trying to throw you. I was just trying to hold you so you wouldn't. Like, I was holding you so you.
You threw me, man. Come on.
The officer was starting to feel the embarrassment, and shortly after, the motorist demanded him to pay for his handle, which he had messed up.
I gotta make this right. So, what can we do?
I don't know. You tell me. I've never had a situation like this.
I mean, generally, they pick it up and drive off. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Like, is there like a reimbursement for my fucked up handlebar? I don't know.
You put it in. Like, I'll look into it for you. It's my bad. Like, it's my fault.
Yeah.
Right? So,
like, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's not even my bike, which is like the fucking worst part about it.
Let me get my sergeant here, see what we can do for you.
Okay, thank you.
Try to start it in the meantime. And
okay.
Kyle then went on his way, and shockingly, the officer showed no care for the damage that he had cost him. He just cheekily got away and back into his police car. However, Kyle is now planning to sue the officer and the city, and it's almost guaranteed that he would be getting the monetary compensation that he is looking. This cop made a huge error, but this next cop made the biggest blunder you could imagine.
Yes. Okay.
What? Why would you handcuff my daughter and that's her car? That's her vehicle. She's not a suspect.
I know, that's why she's no longer in handcuffs.
On June 14, 2021, Jasmine Horn was sitting in her car parked right in front of her grandmother's home after returning from a workout. As she stepped out, she was met with a shocking sight. 10 police cars surrounding her, with an officer pointing a gun at her.
Put your hands up!
I live here.
What's your name?
Jasmine Horn.
Let's go. Jasmine Horn?
Yes.
All right, place your car.
I live here.
Okay, place your car. Put your hands like that. Don't say.
Okay. I live here. What's wrong?
Hands like this. Yep, cuff it. Just back him up.
Follow me, man. Is your phone and everything?
Yeah.
Yep. All right, do me a favor, face the car. Spread your feet. Spread them wider. Keep spreading them. Keep spreading them.
Jasmine was gasping for air. She had no clue why she was being arrested like this. It was later revealed that the officers were looking for a suspect named Jaslyn Horn, who was an assault suspect. Shockingly, they made a mistake and were about to make matters worse for the poor girl.
I don't smoke. I'm a school teacher. I don't understand what's going on.
Okay, I'll explain to you in just a second.
I just finished working out. I don't know what's going on.
I'll explain to you in just a second.
I just finished working out. I don't know what's going on.
Good. All right, have a seat.
Poor Jasmine was locked in the back of the police car without asking her for a license or registration. This mistake was later claimed to have been made by the automatic license plate reader, which mixed both the names. Shortly after, Jasmine's grandmother came out of her home determined to knock sense into the officers.
Hello.
Is Jasmine okay?
Yeah, she's okay.
Okay. Her mom's on the phone.
Okay, who are you to her?
I'm her grandmother.
Grandmother. Okay. And what's her name?
Jasmine.
Jasmine. Do you know a Jaslyn Horn? She's inside?
They talking about a release now.
Hey, Piggy. Hey, man, will you come here real quick? What? Who are you going to get?
Jaleesa, her twin.
No.
The police out here. I don't know.
These experienced law enforcement officers could still not put 2 and 2 together and realize that they had the wrong suspect.
I don't know.
What's on there? With a
Yeah,
email?
22 and that. No.
Oh, that's 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't. No, they haven't explained to me yet how that's turned in.
Okay.
Like how
She was going to get somebody, and I thought. Do you know a Jaselyn? Jaselyn? Not her twin, I don't think.
They twins. That's
Right.
Jasmine, and this is Jaleesa.
Yeah,
Right.
we're not looking for Jaleesa. Do you know a Jaselyn?
Jaselyn.
No.
Jane, maybe you can explain these names to them. Hold
Yeah,
on.
can I speak to her?
Yeah, that's
What's
the
her name?
mom.
What's her name?
That's her mom. She don't know. You might have. Okay.
Hello?
Hello, I'm calling to see what's going on. I'm Jasmine Jaleesa's mother. That's my mom's house. What's going on, sir?
Okay. We're trying to find a Jaselyn.
Jasmine's mother took phone, and it was finally time for the officer to learn a quick lesson on how not to approach someone.
Who?
Jaselyn. Jaselyn. Horn.
There's no Jaselyn Horn there.
Okay, so y'all don't know who that is.
No.
Okay. Well, for some reason, we got an email saying that a Jaselyn Horn was driving your daughter's vehicle, and so we found.
No, that's my daughter's car.
Yeah, I know. That's why we're confused, and we're trying to sort it all out. But you don't know anybody by that name.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. I just wanted to talk to y'all and see if y'all knew who that was.
You handcuffed my daughter?
Yeah, based on what I told you.
What? Why would you handcuff my daughter and that's her car? That's her vehicle.
Right, and we got that as a suspect vehicle.
She's not a suspect.
I know that's why she's no longer in handcuffs.
So you will go to and just arrest somebody just because of an email and not find out the person's name and who the car belongs to?
Yes, ma'am. An email from a detective saying a suspect in a violent crime is driving that car.
Finally, after 15 minutes after arresting her, Jasmine was let go of. She went on to file a complaint against the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department, but the officers were cleared of any wrongdoing. The city eventually settled with Jasmine for $10,000. However, dejected by this incident, she decided to leave the country and move to Thailand to work as an English instructor. Now, while these cops were owned at the spot, this next police chief's corruption was exposed after years.
You ever taken any batteries out and sold the batteries?
No.
No? You claimed 12 hours that day when you weren't there.
Well, I can tell you this. If you go out there and look right now, Steve's isn't done for this week.
Yeah.
In March 2018, Chief James Hansey of the Buckeye Police Department accidentally discharged his weapon at a location. This incident led to an inquiry that would eventually be the reason of his downfall.
You're the guy that accidentally discharged a weapon, so I can't wait to hear it from you, man.
Jeff and Megan and I were on our way back from Lancaster. We had ate at B-Dubs. We were coming down 79 and we were in the area of Buckeye Lake Beezer Village. And my telephone rang. It was from Darlene Witt-Hofer. I've known the family since, I was a firefighter with, and she's on the phone screaming, saying her aunt, she found her aunt in the middle of the road, and that 2 guys had broke into her aunt's house and held her at gunpoint. She was able to escape, but the gunman shot one guy. He was laying in the floor bleeding to death, and the gunman was still in the house. I wasn't even thinking of being on technically light duty.
Right.
Had no gun with me, and with there someone possibly being in that house dying, you guys have done the same thing. You'd have went in.
To make matters worse, Hansey had an amputated finger and was strictly confined to administrative duties at the time. Despite being unfit for active duty, he irresponsibly discharged a weapon. This incident clearly demonstrated his disregard for the law.
Was there any conversation about not telling them about the accidental discharge?
Yes, there was.
Okay, was that your call?
Yes.
Okay, and what was the rationale there?
Ritter likes to tell things, and for the integrity of the case, integrity of the accidental shooting, Ritter, you don't have to go tell everybody that we had an accidental shooting. Let's get this investigated first. Let's get it looked at. You know, let's save the integrity of the case right here. There's no reason to hide anything. How can you hide an accidental discharge?
Makes it tough. Things go bang real loud.
Yeah, and you got a spent shell. We got the shell. I mean, yeah, I sure did.
The detectives soon uncovered larger issues, including the fact the chief was collecting his salary while relaxing at home instead of fulfilling his duties.
My computer at home is set up the same way the computer at the house. I mean, at the office.
Okay.
And if I was at my house doing stuff and writing, you can go to my house right now and I can show you the stuff that I've done, changing policies and changing things.
Okay. Have you had permission from this mayor to go there?
No, and I haven't.
Okay. All right.
I wish I would have brought my phone in, and I would come in the mornings. I would get the mail like I was supposed to. I would check the phone recorders and do everything else, and then I would go to the house and do what I had to do.
They said they came over, you know, a couple of times, and you were just wearing shorts and a t-shirt, watching cops while you were on duty.
No.
And that was the, you know, and then when I checked the records, you had him logged down as hours that day. If you're just sitting around watching cops when you're supposed to be at work, that could be an issue.
Right.
Obviously, I mean, you're the chief of police. You wouldn't want one of your guys doing that, you know. So, I mean, you got to understand from...
Things were now about to get embarrassing for the chief, as the detectives pointed out a bizarre complaint they had with him.
What is your procedures to get rid of that vehicle?
Run the thing through the state of Ohio. They come back and tell us if there's a lien on it. And then you send that person, or if there's a lien on it, you send that person 10-day notice. Or if there's no lien on it, you send that person, the owner, 10-day notice. And then if they don't collect it, or we get it back, they've got 10 days to pay the towing or anything like that. If not, then I go get a title from the BMV. And then we gather how many other cars we got up, get 3 bids, and then people come out and look at the, you know, like junkyards or private people or whatever. They look at all the cars all at once and give you 3 bids, and the highest bidder gets them.
Okay. Have you ever taken any batteries out and sold the batteries?
No.
No? And the reason I'm asking in this setting, Jimmy, is this is a setting where under Gary Act, you can't be charged with what we're talking about. We can't talk about this criminally. There's been those allegations, and a little more than just allegations, very, very specific things that I've checked out that are not making a lot of sense, okay? One of them especially being a water pump that was taken off of a truck for Randy.
The detective continued to press on this issue as the chief had been strongly accused of theft from junk cars.
If anything was taken off them cars, the village already owned them, and they had permission from the mayor to take anything. I personally have never taken anything off the cars, out of the cars, anything. Now Randy and Mark Dimick has, yes.
You know, that I would say is completely on your side, one that says maybe not completely on your side, and they're both telling me the same thing. So I'm trying to figure that out why in my head that would be the case. So is there a circumstance or an instance where you did take a battery or 2 after the mayor cleared it?
I've never taken a battery.
Never?
Never.
Okay. Okay.
The accidental firing came out as a blessing. The department had no clue how Chief Hansey had been looting it. Shortly after, they arrived at an even bigger issue of officers getting paid way more than they worked.
How's he estimating the hours? I'm confused on that part.
I worked 80 hours a week. I mean 80 hours a week.
Every 2 weeks?
Every 2 weeks. That's 160 a month, so he'd put 160. He would take what he was supposed to work, divide that by 2. That's what he would get. Just down the line like that.
And I would assume, since you're the guy in charge ultimately, and you're the one responsible for numbers ultimately, you look at that report.
No.
You don't look at the report that Vermaine's doing?
No, he would come in or on a Friday when I'm off on Fridays, and he knows Monday is the council meeting. He would do it up, and then he would take it over and give it to Valerie.
So when those numbers go over, do you check their numbers too to make sure that they're accurate? Because you said, like you said, you know who's coming and going in your police department.
Well, you know, he'd put the hours down for them. They were, some of them worked 16 hours a week, a month. Some of them worked more.
And some of them worked less. In fact, a lot of them worked less.
I have no clue.
Chief Hansey was now also accused of fraud as he had been tampering official document. The entire structure of the police department seemed to be wrong from top to bottom.
1 month we'd have our taser, and then it would be like a month and a half, 2 months we'd have to do our radar, and then the other. So I see where you're saying number-wise 16, but I'm doing what the mayor said to do.
Okay, so let's say the mayor didn't say to do that.
Huh?
Let's say the mayor did not tell you to do that. All right, let's say that doesn't have anything to do with it. Is that still an accurate number if the mayor doesn't say that you can do it? If you put 16 on there, does he work 16 hours a month?
I wouldn't do it.
I know, but is that accurate? Is that accurate that he works? Let me just say it this way. Is it accurate that he works, he comes out to Buckeye Lake and physically works 16 hours a month?
No.
Okay. That's what I wanted to get at. Okay. Now, Vicki Glover, when's the last time she worked for you guys?
Oh, I don't know. It's been a while.
Been 2 years. Over 2 years. Would it be accurate that she worked in October of 2017?
No.
No, but she got 16 hours for that month too, on the report that you guys turned in to Village Council.
How's that? Because she's not on the department.
Exactly. She's not. She's not on the department.
No one took her off the sheet.
No one took her off the sheet, but somebody filled out that she worked for 16 hours.
Jeff, just 16 every month.
And you don't have a problem with that? As a chief of police?
That I do.
Oh,
yes.
I would certainly have a problem with that.
That I do.
Not only
Yes.
that, we've got Bartow. He works a lot, I understand, but not all the time. Well, what's the other name here? Bear.
Tedra?
Tedra does not work 16 hours a month, but it's on there for 16 hours a month. Every month that she's been there, she's got 16 hours a month. I call her, she says, no, that's not accurate. I call the guy she rides with, Haas.
Jeff Haas.
Jeff says, no, she does not work 16 hours a month. Yeah, you guys put 16 hours a month on that sheet. You understand, that's a criminal charge. That could be a criminal charge to do all that
There's no
stuff.
monetary value.
There's no monetary value. You're making it public record. You're falsifying a public document because it's going over to Village Council. You see what I'm saying? So you're falsifying a document that goes over there, and I don't know why. I don't get it. I really don't understand it. You know, but I mean, this is a place to explain it, Jimmy. If you're going to, I mean, this is where it gets explained.
Well, sure, I know this is where it gets explained. Jeff did them, and probably I should have critiqued them. And evidently, I shouldn't have had faith in that person.
Well, here's the thing. I delegate things to him all the time, constantly, because I'm a supervisor. But what I also do on the back end is I go and check to make sure they're done. Not that I don't trust them, but, you know, being a supervisor, you have to make sure.
And that's what I should have done.
As the detectives placed some direct accusations of fraud, Hansey started to get a little anxious and was now fuming.
They were cashed for the insurance company. Now, I talked to the insurance company about those checks, and they had some pretty big issues with them. All right? That may be something that I'm going to have to turn over. You were supposed to cash them, and you cashed 4 of them.
Oh, Lord. You gotta be kidding me.
See, Jimmy, the problem with an internal investigation is once it starts rolling, it starts opening the door to all kinds of other stuff that comes in. And I have a duty now to.
I honestly, wholeheartedly, 1,000,000% believe them checks were mine. This started to piss me off. When I found out they weren't, I made arrangements and they were taking money out of my payroll every month.
They mentioned
I didn't fight the system because I honestly believed they were my checks.
So did you get any Aflac checks during that time that you were getting those checks?
Imagine the chief had spent 34 years of his life in this police department and had been doing such shady things, surely a gray area that needed to be questioned.
On the call logs,
Right.
I see are nothing, 0.
What day was it?
April 25th, 2017. It was on a Tuesday. Ritter actually got called into work to cover for either you or Vermaiden, one of the two. He was not on his regular scheduled days.
Yeah, okay.
Do you remember that day? Do you remember going forward with Vermaiden?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was on that.
We've been forward on several places.
Sure.
That shouldn't have been, I didn't even finish this week.
Right. That's because somebody grabbed it and made a copy of it because they knew you were out 4-wheeling when you were supposed to be at work. That's why that's there. You claimed 12 hours that day when you weren't there.
Well, I can tell you this. If you go out there and look right now, Steve's isn't done for this week.
Yeah.
Eventually, the chief started to get a little worried and accepted they had been doing things unlawfully. However, once again, he started to blame the city.
I didn't turn in some hours because I knew I'd work myself out of a job, and that's the way it's always been. I'll give you an example of the reason why. They don't give us nothing. We buy our own paper. We buy our own uniform. They give us a uniform allowance. But we buy our own boots and we buy our own guns and our belts and stuff that whatever the uniform allowance won't cover.
You know, that reminds me of something though, Jimmy, I gotta ask you before you take off here. You threw away a bunch of property the other day. Yeah.
No, it was boxes and stuff like that.
Okay.
Well, if you think this humiliation wasn't enough, watch how this next cop was taken to the cleaners by a couple of teenagers.
If you're that scared, find another job. Find another job, come work with me. I'll get you a job.
Cops think they can get away with anything, but sometimes they end up on the wrong side of the law. However, the officer's corruption in the last case was nothing when compared to the first one.
Perhaps when you pull someone over, probably should do it for a good reason, not really something that you're lying about.
Make sure to watch till the end, as these cops made a huge mistake first up.
Howdy. Honest questions. Howdy. Honest questions. But so far, I don't like any of it. I don't like you either.
On June 12, 2023, a gas station employee called a friend who was a sergeant to complain about two teenagers playing loud music outside the store and flipping him off. Despite no crime being committed, a be on the lookout was issued, leading officers to detain two unrelated juveniles.
What's going on, dude? What's up? What are you guys doing? Okay. You want to hang out here for a second? Why? Because I want to talk to you for a second.
What committed crime?
Well, I don't know. Where are you coming from?
I don't answer questions.
Huh?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, come here.
Am I being detained?
How old are you?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, come here.
Am I being detained?
Yes, you are.
What crime have I committed?
Sit down.
What crime have I committed?
You as well. Have a seat.
What's going on?
Have a seat.
What crime have I committed?
Okay, so we're investigating a possible crime at Twice Dailies.
Okay.
Where are you guys coming from?
What's the possible crime?
Okay.
Officer Brown went over to arrest one of them just because they matched the description. Make sure to keep watching as things were about to get even more dreadful.
Howdy.
Honest questions.
Howdy.
Honest questions.
Cool. Sounds good. We'll wait for my sergeant to show up.
The four?
I'm gonna ask you if you can count.
3.
I'm glad
Oh, that's a crime Nick.
I'm glad you did.
That's a crime Nick over there. Old one. I got the 4.6 liter, 2 barrel.
Why are you handcuffed?
I don't know. I ain't committed no crime.
Why are you being detained?
That's a great question.
What's the issue here?
Well, you tell me. Why we got a call for you guys?
We were just walking. We ain't do nothing.
For what?
This is a public sidewalk. I ain't committed no crime.
We're on public property and we're walking.
Okay, that's great.
I was trying to handcuff.
Determine that you're not the two juveniles we're looking for, you'll be free to go.
The officers claimed that they only made the arrest due to suspicion. What they didn't anticipate was that the teenagers they detained knew the law far better than they did.
Yeah, but call this a mean nothing. What have you investigated?
Okay, you're not going to tell me how to do my job and my law.
Well, you're not doing it right, because I ain't committed no crime.
How old are you?
How
old are you?
I don't ask questions.
Okay, good for you. Well, when you're an adult, you talk to me about adult things, but right now...
I don't ask questions.
Okay, it's not a question, it's a statement. You watch way too much TikTok and YouTube, don't you?
What you talking about? Always wrong to know my rights, I guess.
I'm not questioning you, I'm just explaining things, but you're going to be a wise guy. Don't really care.
I guess knowing your rights is being wise.
You asked the question, I tried to answer it, but you can be a smart guy at little.
Finally, Sergeant Williams, the friend of the gas station employee, arrived on the scene and tried to intimidate the innocent teenagers.
Where's your car? I don't ask questions.
You don't answer questions? How old are you?
I don't ask questions.
Looks like a juvenile to me, right?
What crime have I committed?
Oh, you're already in handcuffs. Perfect. How old are you?
I don't ask questions.
All right. There you go. Under arrest.
For what?
Suspicion of curfew. Till we prove who you are.
Suspicion of curfew?
Yeah.
What's that even mean, suspicion of curfew?
Yeah. You look like you're underage.
So if I told you if I was 21, then it'd be okay?
Then I asked for your ID.
Well, what crime have we committed?
I just answered
it's
that.
It's not a stop and ID state. Yeah, Tennessee's not a stop and ID. You can't just go to someone and say, oh, you just look a certain way and say we're going to arrest you.
Clearly, the sergeant had no respect for the law as he arrested both of them on bogus charge of curfew without even checking their IDs. Although the arrest wouldn't change anything for the boys as they continued to laugh at the cops.
I do not consent to searches or seizures.
I understand that.
Alright, well, you're violating my arrest right now.
Okay, I understand.
Never said under arrest.
Oh,
Did I?
What does it look like to you? Am I free to go?
You tell me, street lawyer.
Are we being detained?
Yes, we're being detained, and we have committed no crime. Guess we don't live in America no more. It's a pure tyrannical state. You must obey the government. You are not free to walk the streets, sir.
What are we doing here, officers? What are we doing here?
We'll let you know. We're the ones that are in charge right now.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Eventually, the officers checked the teens' IDs and realized they were of legal aid. Now, at this point, the cuffs should have come off, but the corrupt sergeant was determined to fabricate charges against them.
Take a seat, man.
Let's go. Have a seat next to your friend right here.
Oh, there you go.
They're getting physical. They're getting physical.
Listen.
I'm helping you down.
Sorry, man. I got bad legs.
Okay, I'm helping you down, so. Oh my god.
So we haven't broken any laws, is what I'm hearing?
You do realize that while you two guys are screwing around wasting our goddamn time,
I'm not doing nothing. You came up to us. We was minding our own business.
I just got off a long shift and I'm trying to go for a walk.
Okay, so go home and stop bothering people because
We're not bothering
you're
no one.
wasting
We're
our
walking down
time.
the
Why do you think
sidewalk.
we're back here? Well, you're not, because your car is illegally parked on somebody's private property that's closed because you were just in your car. You understand how easy this would have been had you just answered my questions in the first place?
But that's the thing, though. I live in America. I don't have to bow down to everything y'all say. I don't got to do whatever you say. I'm a free citizen. I am breaking no laws. I'm a free citizen.
What are they,
The situation couldn't get any more comical as the officer was now blaming the poor teenager for wasting their time when it was clearly the other way around. Keep watching as the officer was in for a verbal beating.
I don't mean to be rude, but like, do you guys have like medical, psychological problems, anything like that?
Yeah, I actually have a hiatal hernia. It's severe.
No, like anything that would like actually make you guys act so strange and
I don't know.
No, I just work a lot, so I like to take walks at night.
What crime, though?
Harassment.
Harassing who?
A gas station employee.
When?
Okay.
What evidence do you have?
Okay.
Exactly. That's what I thought.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, they're gonna talk to the clerk right now.
I don't answer questions.
Okay. Well, maybe you should act like you're 20 instead of 12.
If you found this satisfying, wait until you see this humbling, which left the officer stunned.
Hey, bro, I don't know if, like, you don't have, like, the proper authority at home, so, like, you, like, pent that up inside, and then you put on a uniform and you walk around.
No,
you don't know nothing about me.
I don't. But so far, I don't like any of them.
I don't like you either.
That's cool.
I wasn't bothering you. You came up on me.
Well, we got a call for service.
Okay, a
based
call
on
don't
your
mean nothing.
description. Yes, it does. Gives us probable cause to detain you.
That's
and
true.
maybe you need to do a little
What
research
crime have you
before you
witnessed?
spout your mouth.
You haven't witnessed no crime. I ain't commit no crime. Anyone calling to say anything, that don't mean nothing.
As the cops held them illegally, the sergeant had gone back to the gas station to talk to his friend. Meanwhile, the officers were desperately trying to get something out of them.
You wasted my time. My time more valuable than your time.
It's not, because
you on the clock and you violate my rights.
The public pays for us to service them, and when you two
Yeah,
are
and you're not servicing no one. Who you servicing? Who are you
pay a lot of
servicing?
tax money working at Costco.
Who are you
Thank you for
servicing?
your service.
It's still tax money.
Who are you servicing?
America thanks you for your service at Costco. Okay?
America doesn't thank you for your service. You're a disgrace.
I don't work at Costco.
Well, one of you does. Your little name tag right there.
Little name tag. They got it for little, man.
Well, it is little, so.
Hey, bro, that's why that might be what she says to you. But I know what she said to me.
You know, people at Costco make like,
What's his name?
What's up, your boyfriend? What's his name?
what's 60 to 100K a year at Costco?
What's that?
The officers resorted to mocking the teens for working at Costco, but their attempts to belittle them fell flat. The teens remained unfazed, clearly outsmarting the cops at every turn.
And you know why no one hates the fire department? Because the fire department is helping people.
Decisions.
To walk up the side of the walking on the sidewalk is not illegal.
Is that not an adult's decision to make? As adults, we don't have the decision to make the walk on the sidewalk.
seems like we in a kind of tyrannical state right now, since we in handcuffs are walking on the side of the road.
Do you have body camera?
I don't answer questions. No, but you got to. I don't answer questions. Nah, you got to.
Name and badge number? Name and badge number? Is it not in your policy?
No, you have to do it now.
Okay, so you're violating two of our rights and you not following policy. Is that what I'm heard?
Incorrect.
On the other hand, the sergeant couldn't even meet his friend who was gone for a while and returned to the teenagers to deliver a laughable sentence.
Cut you out of here because we now know that you're not out after curfew, but you are banned from the dailies. You over harassing the clerk. That's the reason we got out with you as well. Because he asked you to leave and you gave him a bunch of lip and stuff like that. Oh, any other questions?
No. All right, you dismissed.
Wishful thinking. Freaking fry. Yeah.
Oh, that looks awesome.
Well, we're supposed to get here with this stupid people who actually need our services. That's how I tell them 7 times. Dismiss those. Yeah. All right, dismiss, fellow. Dismiss.
Both of them were found innocent, and after being trespassed from the gas station, they were free to go. However, the officers surely made a joke out of themselves during this arrest. The humbling this next officer got was something you would have to see to believe.
If you're that scared, find another job. Find another job. Come work with me. I'll get you a job.
In June 2017, an Oxford police officer responded to a call about a dog that had gotten loose but was already back home. However, what should have been a simple, routine situation quickly escalated into a huge mistake.
Hello, sir.
Hey.
How we doing?
Doing all right.
You have a brindle pit bull
Yeah,
dog?
I got a brown boxer mix.
Brown boxer mix dog, kind of a tiger stripe on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty solid, strong looking thing. Okay. Well,
Next time, if you don't mind, don't beat the hell out of my door if you don't mind. Okay. I came to the door. That was a loud knock. I would never come to your house and do it. Don't come to mine and do it. Okay. Now let's handle some business. Actually, hold on.
The officer was just schooled on banging the door too hard, but he was about to make another big mistake. Keep watching to see how he was humiliated.
Whoa. Hey, don't do that.
Don't do what?
Put some shorts on, buddy. What is your problem? Don't have to swing my door open. When I close my door, I was going to put some shorts on. Okay, you don't have to beat my door down. All you have to do is knock. I'm nice.
Okay.
Now, why did you knock on my door so hard? Just be honest. Just why? I don't know. I mean, just be honest.
Yes, sir. Were you here about 10 minutes ago?
No, I wasn't. I just got home.
Okay.
I've got a lot of cars. I just got home. I just got off.
The guy was already fed up of the officer's demeanor, and things were about to get even more confrontational once he doubted his speech.
I was here earlier, and I didn't notice the change in the difference in cars.
Come here. Come feel my hood. Since you didn't notice the change in cars, you put your hand on this exhaust, and you let me know, is it hot? Does it feel like somebody got off the highway?
I didn't.
Don't stand here. You can feel the heat come off of it.
I
Stand here.
didn't say you were lying.
Well, you implied. Come
No,
here.
I'm not.
You ain't even got to touch it. Just come.
I can feel the heat
Thank
standing
you.
here.
Now, all this could have been settled differently if you didn't beat the heck out of my door. I would have came to the door nice.
Okay.
But you've changed the situation. So what is the business now?
The fact that I am here again, been a while.
My dog. I know.
Yes, sir.
I know.
The man, who happened to be a sports coach, was about to take the officer on a historic lesson in decency.
And I know he breaks out.
Mm-hmm.
I discipline him too. And he's wrong. But the way you come knock on, beat my door down,
Yes, sir.
that's a no-no. And then swing my door back open after I closed it, don't you ever do that again. You hear me?
Excuse me?
You cannot open my door. You cannot open my door when I close my door.
I can't.
No, can you? You can open when I close my door and say, I'm getting my shorts to come talk to you. You cannot open my door again. Do not swing my door open.
I cannot open your door.
You cannot open my door. You tell me what law says you can open my door. It's what law says that you can.
Can I trust that you don't have a gun?
Why would I have a gun?
Well, even if he had 100 guns inside, the officer had no right to swing his door open. Clearly, he was no match for the guy, and things were about to get even worse for the corrupt cop.
Saying, why would I have a gun?
Can I trust that you don't?
Why would I have a gun? Why does a gun even come up? Officer safety would have been tapping on the door nice and having some backup if you fear for your life that I had a gun. But no, you come beat my door down right when I got off work, right from watching the news. You know how that feels? Think if you got off a shift and I come beat your door down. I didn't do nothing wrong to you. That's wrong. Don't do that. And then when I closed the door, was I not in my boxers? Tell the truth. Was I in my boxers?
You were in shorts.
Oh, now you're lying. Why do you do this? I mean, why? Why are you even an officer if you want to do this? Why? Why?
Right.
Why?
Do I?
I'm saying why? Why? If you want to lie like this, was I not? Tell the truth. Just be truthful. Was I in my boxers?
You were in shorts.
Okay.
The officer could have saved himself by apologizing, but his ego cost him a lot. Watch until the end for more insults.
Different shorts on now.
Yes,
I did. So I have different shorts on now. Okay. Yeah. Were I in these when you came to the door?
Right.
I was in these.
You know that I'm videoing this too,
okay,
right?
But I'm videoing it for me. Okay. You're gonna video it for me because you don't care about me. You beat my door down and you said I have a gun.
No, I didn't.
Okay, how did the gun come up? Did you bring it up or did I bring it up?
I asked you.
No. That's a yes or no question. Did you bring the gun up or did I bring the gun up? Right. I didn't bring a gun into this situation. You did. We were talking about a dog. We shouldn't have to go there. You should treat me as a man and I treat you as a man. That's why I'm out here having a talk with you instead of sitting in the house and not answering.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
I'm a man. Treat me like a man. I'm the homeowner of this. Do not open my door when I close my door, telling you that I went to go get my box. I know where my dog is.
The sports teacher held nothing back, and you could clearly see that the officer was already regretting messing with him.
I know better. The first thing on your mind was, did I have a gun? Y'all itch to use those things so bad.
For
you're so scared. Safety. I know. For you to be safe. If you're that scared, find another job. Find another job. Come work with me. I'll get you a job.
Where?
Chronospan.
Okay.
The chemical planet Chronospan.
Okay.
You want a job there? Should I call John Cannell now? No. You don't want a job? You want to be an officer? You want to be a real officer or do you want to be a harasser? Okay? I'm looking at you like a man. Treat me like a man. Okay?
Why did you step toward me when you...
Because I want to look into your eyes. I have no weapon. You can pat me down so you can be safe. Here, you can pat me down so you can be safe.
The officer's attempt at intimidation backfired, leaving him standing there being lectured like a student.
You came violent at me when you... on my door. Don't do that. Don't do that on my door. You do that to your mom's door? You do that to other people's door. Huh? And then you implied that I was lying by saying I just got home. Why I don't get the benefit of the doubt and you must have the benefit of the doubt?
I didn't imply
I'm a first-class citizen, brother.
I didn't imply you were lying. I said I admitted fault in saying that I didn't notice the change in cars.
That
like
beat
the
on my door let me know. You know you don't know and you don't care. That's the problem.
I don't know.
Go police another community if you're not going to treat this one right. The community that plays, I coach in this community. I try to do everything. I pick up trash. I volunteer in this community. And for me to be treated like this, it hurts, man. Okay. I go to work just like you. If you want a question, ask me. Don't swing my door back open when I told you I was coming back to get my shorts.
Eventually, the officer had to get out of there, but not before listening to some more of that lecture.
Why would you do that to another man's house? Why would you even do that? What kind of man would do that? Why would you do that?
You walked away angrily?
I walked away angrily after you beat on. No, I said, let me get my shorts. Okay?
After you
I don't come, and that shows what type of person I am. Okay. I'm a respectful person. I didn't want to come out with my balls hanging.
Okay.
I want to put some clothes on. That says a lot about a man. What says a lot about a man is how they first treat people. You make yourself scared because you start the violence.
I start the violence?
You start the violence, my brother. Did my door hit you or did you beat on it? Let's be honest.
I was knocking on your door, yeah.
Yeah. Were you knocking hard?
I did not card.
Did you knock very hard? Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
I typically not card, yeah.
No, oh, you typically, see, you ain't grown up yet, man. Just tell the truth, man. That's what I'm saying. I mean, the best thing, like I tell people at work, just tell the truth, man.
This guy surely disciplined the ego-hungry cop like a child, and it's citizens like him who ensure that officers never try to get ahead of themselves. While this cop got a huge reality check, this next rookie officer was caught lying on camera and owned badly.
Perhaps when you pull someone over, you probably should do it for a good reason, not really something that you're lying about.
In August 2023, Nathan was driving down the road when he went past a police cruiser and flipped him off. Moments later, he was pulled over by the same officer who claimed that he had been speeding.
What's up, boss? How you doing?
I don't answer questions.
Can I get your license, registration, insurance, please?
What have I been pulled over for?
Speeding, sir.
What speed was I going?
You're going 48.
48?
48, man.
Damn, that's some horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I record everything.
Yeah, that's fine. I've just had the radar running.
The radar? Where'd I go 48? You mind telling me?
48, sir. I was right behind you.
Nathan claimed that he records everything, and on later inspection, his dash cam clearly indicated that he never crossed 38 miles per hour. It was clear Officer Taha was lying, trying to boost his ego after being flipped off.
48? Yeah, I was going 30, huh?
48, sir. Can I get your license, registration, insurance, please?
I'll put it right here on the window for you.
What happened?
I'll put it right here on the window for you.
Sir, I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
I'll put it right here on the window for you.
Okay. Are you gonna open this, boss?
What do you mean?
Can you give it to me?
I can. I'm only required to present it to you, and I have presented it.
Okay. All right. So, you're just gonna do this, or are you gonna just give it to me?
The law says I just have to present it to you. I have.
Okay, yeah, but can you open?
I can.
So this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna play games.
For my safety, yes.
Your safety?
My safety.
So you don't want to hand me your license?
I have presented it to you. Legally, that's all I'm required to do.
Okay.
The rookie officer was shortly joined in by another senior cop, and despite their attempts to intimidate the driver, he didn't give a toss about them.
It's right there for you.
All right.
What's going on, boss?
I don't answer questions.
He doesn't answer questions. Why you seem so upset, boss?
I don't answer questions.
Did you get him for speeding?
Yeah, 48.
Alright.
What?
What was his name?
Nathan.
I think we've done with this guy.
The officer claims that he knows Nathan and once again attempts to question him, but the driver was in no mood for any confrontation.
What's going on tonight, bud?
I don't answer
What was your
questions.
name?
What?
What was your name?
You got my ID, didn't he?
No, I don't think he told me.
Well, he didn't take it. You wrote down all my information, right?
Trying to read his handwriting. Nathan?
That'd be correct.
Nathan? Alright. What's your phone number, boss?
I gave out all the information I need to give. I'm not giving out my phone number.
Alright. Any reason why you're so upset, man?
I'm not upset.
Alright.
Perhaps when you pull someone over, you probably should do it for a good reason, not really something that you're lying about.
You think he was lying?
Oh, I record everything.
Okay.
The speed was recorded. I'll gladly fight this in court.
Alright, boss, alright.
It'd be interesting to see if he shows
Look,
up.
he doesn't have to give his phone number or email address.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't have to, so do with that information if you want.
Alright.
Nathan was pretty straightforward when dealing with these tyrants, as he knew that this was only the consequence of showing him the bird earlier. Officer Taha returned to the vehicle to issue a ticket.
You said I was lying?
Yeah.
Is the radar gonna lie too? You know this guy?
I think.
What's his issue? Like, I don't understand why he's being so rude.
I don't know, maybe he looks familiar, but...
That diner area. What's that?
Elmer?
No, St.
Central?
Paul. St. Paul.
The diner's closer to Elm.
The officer couldn't print out a citation, and another officer was called to get the stop done with.
Entered an invalid data in field, vehicle make, code,
I mean, if he doesn't want to give his most updated address, that could be another ticket.
That is a summons, yes, but you don't know if he's actually staying there.
Yes, sir. I'm going to be issuing you a summons for careless. All the information is on the ticket. It's $88. You can just pay it online. We get careless. You're driving in a careless manner. I observed you driving 48 to 35, sir, and I perceive that as careless. Okay. This is your ticket, sir. You can This is what I'm giving you. Okay. Give me a little bit break on the speed, and I don't know what's the issue. You know, you seem to be very agitated, but this is it. Do you have any more questions for me, sir?
Nope, never had anything.
All right, so you have a good night, okay?
Officer Taha ended up giving Nathan a citation for careless driving, likely to endanger a person or property. Now, the actual footage is pretty clear, and it can be seen that this wasn't the case at all. However, Nathan would surely fight the citation in court, and we hope that he'd get this one reversed. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today, we expose some of the worst cops in the police department, officers who clearly have no understanding of the law and blatantly violate people's rights. They were rightfully taught a lesson and ridiculed in front of the camera for the world to see. If you agree with me, please consider showing your support by liking this video. Also, if you enjoyed this video, watch the moment law enforcement officers were caught fighting each other.
Jamin, no, you're not pushing me. I'm under arrest. Take his ass. Yeah.